All right, y'all. So I'm gonna talk about fear and my experience with fear and how I've been afraid um, throughout my life. I really dealt with a lot of fear. Growing up, I had a lot of fear of being embarrassed, fear of when you have your elementary. When I had my elementary school performances, I was always afraid to go up and do something. Never volunteered myself um, to take a lead part or have any kind of a speaking role in any kind of play or anything that we've done, even at church. I've always been afraid and always kind of declined opportunities to put myself out there because of fear that I was going to fail or be embarrassed, um, make a mistake, you know. So there's always been a lot of fear, mainly surrounding putting myself out there. A lot of times I feel like I'm going to fail, so I don't want to deal with those feelings, those vulnerable feelings of what of being embarrassed or what someone might think of me because I didn't do well. And so I'm starting to realize now that I miss opportunities to learn and to improve, um, because failure is not. I'm learning that failure is not all that bad. Failure is good. Is a good thing. Um, so recently, I declined an opportunity at my job to to make an impact. We had a training a couple of days ago where some of the aides that work in the field of autism, they work in a classroom that has children that have autism in it, and they come to our department to learn our programs. Our system is called ABA, and they come to learn programs on how to deal with kids that have certain behaviors. And what we do is we usually model these programs to the trainees, and then we have them come up and they will practice. But before they practice, like I said, we model them for them. And so in the room, it was me, another coworker, and another coworker, so three of us. One of the coworkers has been here for a while. She's been doing it a little longer, actually in a higher position than me. And she was modeling to the trainees how to work the program. And at some point, she asked me. She said, "Hey, would you like to model some for them?" And my response to her was, "No, you're good at it." And in that moment, I gave her a compliment, but I also put myself down, and I missed an opportunity to, let's say, fail or succeed, because I can equally fail and I can equally succeed. Both of them, I would say, are good, because if I fail to succeed, then I learn the area I need to improve in. But if I succeed, then I learned that I knew a little more, or I'm a little better than what I give myself credit for. And so, but because I did neither one of them, I I didn't do anything. There was no progression, right? I didn't learn anything. So in that, I realized that there was no growth, and it made me feel down. I deal with personally. I'm just be real. I deal with feelings of worthlessness in my life, and I've been dealing with that along with depression and those things. And so whenever I realize that I've missed an opportunity, or I I struggle to do something that will, let's say, boost my self esteem, then I feel down and I feel worthless and things like that. And this was another one of those opportunities, or another one of those times where I realized, like, man, I could have succeeded, and I would never know. I missed that opportunity to learn something, so it made me feel down, and it made me struggle with feelings of worthlessness that day. And although I did get an opportunity to model, it was very little. It was a very small window for me to do that, but I missed the bigger window of opportunity for me to make an impact, because one of those aides could have gone back and said, "Wow, this individual did it, and I didn't really understand it, but this person did it," meaning I did it, and they saw that and they were like, "Man, I understood it." Or they got another perspective from something that I said, and now that will never happen. Maybe there's another training I can do it next time, but and for that moment, for the one that passed, no one got an opportunity to learn anything outside of what the other worker was doing, or and so I learned that if I keep declining these opportunities to make an impact, I don't grow, and then other people miss out on maybe something that they could have learned from me. And so I just wanted to talk about my experience with fear, and that's just a small um, example of fear. But I see that in my life at times. It kind of creeps in, and it really stifles growth for me. And even with the YouTube, and doing these videos, I mean, I remember for a long time I was like, oh, I'm gonna do it. I kind of wanted to try it out, and I never I never did. So, and it was all because of fear. So, is there anything? My question is to you guys: is there any examples that you guys have, or anything? Have you dealt with these feelings before, and have you ever declined opportunities to make an impact or opportunities to grow, and because of your fear, you declined or you didn't do it? Let me know. I mean, if you're my homie, text me, and if you're just someone watching the video, leave a comment and let's just talk about it. Peace.